I want to talk a little bit more, actually. I'm jumping back and forth because there is a lot. People say it's just the summer league, it's just free agency, but there's a lot going on. And one person that has stood out, we talked about Matt Ryan, and we talked about him from a basketball standpoint. He's made that three-point shot. And just to clarify a little bit earlier, he did say that ankle was okay. He just kind of pulled it a little bit awkwardly, but injury-wise, he should be good to go for their third game here in Las Vegas. But Sherrod, you were actually the one that asked him a really important question, which has since gone viral on the internet. For those that haven't seen it just yet, here's a clip.
How gratifying is it to have these type of experience? All that hard work really is paying off, literally.
It's pretty emotional. It's been crazy 11 months. I was home for a year and a half. I don't know if you guys heard my story, but man, I was driving DoorDash a year ago. And to be here, to be a part of the Boston Celtics, it's special. It's special.
So, Sherrod, Gray was making fun of you for being Oprah yesterday, but it was a really good question, and it was an opportunity for us to watch him reflect. How do you think the response that he had to that question, but his motivation could eventually land him, maybe not, even if it's not a Celtics roster specifically, maybe another NBA team?
Oh, I think the big thing for Matt Ryan is everyone knows that he can shoot the ball. That's not even something that teams that I've spoken to about him have indicated is a concern of theirs. They're more concerned about the little things like can he hold his own defensively? Can he not be a defensive turnstile for us? But what he did yesterday, or what he did the other day when he talked about his journey and got emotional about it, that speaks to his character. And when you are looking at guys who are on the fringe of being on your roster, you're not just going to go with the most talented guys. You're going to go with the most talented guys who fit your culture. And Matt Ryan, he's a guy that there's a lot of teams that are interested in him. Even before we came to Summer League, it's just a matter of, is there a spot where you can accentuate the things he does well in a way that creates winning basketball? I do anticipate Matt Ryan will be signed by someone before the start of training camp, maybe even before Summer League is over. If you're the Celtics, whether you want to admit it or not, you got to have some Max Strus vibes when you watch what he's doing. Max Strus, for those who don't remember, was a guy that the Celtics assigned to a two-way contract, waived him. He bounced around with a couple of different teams, found himself in South Beach, which is of all the places you could possibly land in your career. There's not a whole lot better than South Beach with the Miami. Well, it's South Beach. Miami Heat, another story. But bottom line is, Max Strus has become an absolute thorn in the Celtics side since he got away from the franchise, and they had every opportunity to keep him. Your fear is that Matt Ryan will be, frankly, as good as Max Strus. He could be potentially even better. And for the Celtics, you have to wonder whether they're having a little buyer's remorse over giving Sam Hauser, some guaranteed money versus keeping that competitive battle open between him and Matt Ryan, which I think if that were the case, if we're basing upon what we've seen in Summer League, Matt Ryan, I think, would be the pretty obvious choice at this point. But Matt Ryan's going to be in the NBA. I have no doubts about that. It's just a matter of whether it's going to be in Boston or with another NBA team.
Well, I think that they've signed Davidson to a two-way contract with the opportunity to make the roster. There's more two-way open. Now, you can, what do you do with like a Broderick Thomas? That's the guy I think that probably doesn't have, he's a nice player, but if I'm the Celtics, shooting is such a premium that you want, like, if they develop Hauser and Ryan, I think that's fine. Sign Ryan to another two-way contract now. Who knows? Another team might come with a standard contract and be like, here's a one-year guaranteed deal, and he's gone. So the Celtics have to decide how to fill out the rest of their regular roster. Do you open up another two-way and put Davidson on the roster, but send him to Maine? You can do that. You have another two-way slot. What do you do with Broderick Thomas? The kid from Florida State, Mfondu Abusele? Not Abusele, that's Gershon. My fault.
It's been a long, hot summer league in Las Vegas.
What do you do with him? Do you sign him to a two-way, or do you give him a training camp? Like the Celtics and Brad's all thinking about this, all like they're on this. Like, what are we going to do to fill out our roster and maximize the potential of our roster? And you're right, like shooting such a premium that you don't want to. They let Strus go and to kind of keep Taco. Remember they chose Javonte Green over him, who had a great summer league. Like that was not a bad move, but it was like they signed Taco to that second two-way, and then Strus kind of bounced around with the Chicago, as you said, Sherrod, and finally landed in Miami. So I don't think they want to make the mistake again. So I would keep both. Hauser, now you've got him on a standard deal, and Ryan, and let Broderick Thomas go and figure out what to do with Davidson in terms of his standard NBA deal, or whether it's two-way. And then you sign a third, big man. So they got some decisions to make. And obviously teams are looking at Ryan, as Sherrod said. So I think he's been good. I think he's a guy who, once he gets more comfortable playing, because he didn't get a lot of reps last year, but I think he can be a real asset.